what is the purpose of 4G technology? What does that bring to the market, and why should the industry care about that technology? First of all, 4G technology is really typified by the LTE, the long-term evolution standard, defined by 3GPP. What we're trying to do here, and indeed the overarching goals of long-term evolution, really to push up the data rates very significantly compared to previous generation technology. So here we're talking about hundreds of megabits per second of throughput. What that does is enable system operators and network operators to be able to get more data through the air interface. Of course, the air interface is a very expensive commodity. The operators have to enter into very expensive negotiations to acquire the spectrum. Once they enter into those negotiations and have purchased the spectrum, they clearly want to be able to extract the maximum value they can from that frequency resource that they've purchased. So by using LTE, it's possible to get much more data through the air interface. It's basically much more efficient. So in the end, the operators are able to reduce the cost of the service which they offer. We're also able to offer higher throughput to users, so you can start to support more interactive services, video on demand services, multicast services for video as well. And this is also of great interest to the operators to try to increase the average revenue per user which they can extract from the users by offering these kinds of advanced services. Another thing which is fundamental to LTE and these next generation technologies is to reduce as far as possible the latency, so from the network through to the user equipment. Now, why is that important? Imagine a gaming type application. You certainly can't afford to wait a few seconds for the network to reply when you're in an interactive gaming type environment. So LTE enables you to push the latency down very significantly and support those kinds of new applications. So all of these together actually add up to a very difficult problem for the equipment manufacturers to solve, supporting higher data rates, reduced latency, and also of course doing that while also pushing down costs and pushing down power dissipation. So this is a major challenge, and something which with FPGA technology we can offer a very exciting way to reduce the number of devices on the board, the power dissipation, and also solve the problems in terms of cost and performance required, and throughput and latency reduction.